to stem their feet and ensure that President Bola Tinubu and Kashim Shettima get re-elected. The movement, initiated by Senator Sunday Marshall KATUNG and some other stakeholders, including Senator Titus Zambe of Benue State and others, which I get to hear from the convener. I will leave it by the side until when he comes on board. We hear from him, who is the national convener of the Pan-Midi-Belt movement for Tinubu and Shettima 2027. So let's start with jubilation as Senator Marshall KATUNG commences electrification of Aban community 200 years after. Let's take it that way. MIDAT Joseph released this statement to the media. He said, for the first time in more than 2 centuries, the people of Aban community in SANGA local government area of Kaduna State are said to have electricity in their homes as Senator Marshall KATUNG commences the long-awaited electrification of the community. According to him, a new chapter has begun for the people of Aban as the electrification project gets underway with the installation of more than 200 electricity poles stretching from Aban to Gwantu town. He went further. For generations, the people of Aban have lived without access to electricity, relying on candles, lanterns, and torches for basic activities after sunset. Business have struggled to operate beyond daylight hours, while access to essential services and opportunities has remained severely constrained. The reality, he said, is now changing. He said, though the project is still ongoing, the sense of hope and jubilation across the community is already palpable for many residents, saying the sight of electricity poles being erected represents more than infrastructure, as it is the visible promise that decades of darkness are finally drawing to an end. An emotional district head, MIDAT continued. His Highness Malam Mamang Umoru expressed profound appreciation to Senator KATUNG for making the project visible. The district head said for 200 years they have waited for today, and that their children are seeing the signs that the end of the darkness is near. Wow, so interesting. In the course of this program, which I get to hear from members of the community who spoke in an interview by the office of Senator Marshall KATUNG. Let's see if we can hear some of the people talking. Yes. Let's have they are talking. This one is talking in Hausa.
Gani yadda alheri zai zo mana ta hannun shi Senator. Domin mun dade muna da yan siyasa da dama, shekaru da dama sukan zo su yi mana alkawari ba mu gan wanda ya nuna mana alama na cin gaban wannan gari kamar shi ba. Wato ina mashi fatan alkhairi cewa banki ba da Allah zai ji addu'a na ya Senator nan har sau 10, har ma in ya so yadda ma Allah ya sa shi ya zama gwamna na wannan jiha gabaki daya. Domin me ina alfahari sosai, domin a zamani na ne wa'annan abubuwa ke faruwa. Ya nuna cewa jini na yana da farin jini a wurin shi. Ina godiya kwarai da gaske. Allah ya ja zamanin shi, Allah ya sa wannan abu ya zama mana alkhairi. Wannan zai zama sanadiya wata rana ko da ya zo nan ba zai wahalan kamfen ba, saboda mun ga a kasa za mu sani cewa ko da mun zabe shi ba aibu bane. Muna godiya sosai. Ina kara gode mishi Allah ya sa jami'ai na jihar Kaduna su yi koyon shi da yake ba shi bane babban jami'in amma ta wurin wani akan koya. Na gode. Allah ya saka da alkhairi.
Wannan yankin ta ina wani local government take?
Local government SANGA ne. A masarautar Arab. Amma a local government SANGA ne. Sunan garin Aban.
Right. That's one of the community leaders of Aban community in Arak Chiefdom, SANGA local government. We have another person who equally expresses appreciation on this development.
Good afternoon, IBs. My name is Comrade Tanimo Michael from Aban Village, SANGA local government of Kaduna State. I want to use this medium to appreciate our distinguished Senator Sunday Marshall KATUNG. To be honest, I was so surprised seeing this project in our community. We never expected that because so many things has been going on in the state. But this time around, I am so much happy that the senator remember us in our own community, and he's here to support. We're here to support him. By God's grace, we promise that the whole of the community are going to support the senator to see that he's going back for the second time. And we so much believe God in his mercy will see him through.
How excited is this community having seen the electrification that is going on by distinguished Senator Sunday Marshall?
To be honest with you, sir, this project is so surprising to our community. Like, we are so much happy.
What is the project?
The electrification that is coming to our community. We are so much happy about this. We never expected something like this is coming to our community. But we so much appreciate the senator. He has remembered us. And we promise that we are going to support this administration. We are going to support the governor to come back for the second time. And we are going to support the senator to come back for the second time to continue the good work he has been doing. Because we so much he has the people at heart. And the community are ever ready to support him.
Right. That's one of the community leaders expressing appreciation. Of course, you can hear from the background. A lot of people talking there. The area was full of excitement. The person that did that interview is the Special Advisor in Media and Communication to Senator Marshall KATUNG, talking about Mr. MIDAT Joseph. He's here in the studio to tell us more. He said 200 years after, or 200 years of darkness, the community is seeing the sign of electrification. MIDAT Joseph, welcome to Trust the Process.
Thank you, Ango.
Right. Tell us more about the electrification project of Aban community. Is it a constituency project or what is it exactly? And your encounter with members of the community.
Good morning to our listeners, and good morning to Nigerians, and good morning to the good people of Kaduna State. You can hear from my voice I'm not feeling too well. I've been on drip for some days now, but I'm fine now. But for the sake of the fact that we have a leader who is committed to the well-being of the people of Southern Kaduna, and we have a governor who is also committed to the unity and development of Kaduna State, and we have a president who is committed to the growth and development of Nigeria. I have no any other excuse than to come to the studio and speak about this project and many other projects. Distinguished Senator Sunday Marshall KATUNG, a compassionate leader, a leader who knows what to do at the right time, has been involved in the development of our communities in Southern Kaduna, and as part of his concern, as part of his compassionate ground, the Aban community approached the distinguished senator for the years they've been living, for the years that their great-great-great-grandparents have been living. They have never seen what is called electricity in that region. And I can tell you, Ango, that community, They even have a government primary school. In fact, I was shocked. They have a government primary school. The community, I believe, even more than Nigeria itself, according to the sources on ground. In fact, even the 200 years we quoted are much more than that. And for this community to have a government presence at the primary school, it means that that community has been existent for many years. Even that primary school alone, many of the great parents went to that primary school. And so it was indeed a concern to distinguished Senator Sunday Marshall KATUNG. And he ensured that the community was captured in the budget, and project was already ongoing. Like I said in the statement, installation of over 200 poles been installed. We were there for
200 so far.
200 so far. We are there. It's a long distance. We were there with Edward AUTA. She was the driver, and it was even a rainy day. In fact, it was a tough journey to get to that community from the main road of Gwantu to the Aban community. Is indeed a distance. It's indeed a distance. You can imagine a community that will take over 200 poles. You can imagine the distance of that community. And so, distinguished Senator Sunday Marshall KATUNG thought it wise that the community deserved to have a light. And you know the saying that light chases away darkness. And when light comes, darkness gives way. And when light comes, business takes place. When light comes, a lot of things happen. Progressive things happened. And so as a progressive senator, I thought it wise to bring light to that community. And that project is ongoing. The transformer is already on its way to be installed. Already the place where to install the transformer has been erected. The fence has been erected. And everything to get that community lights. By the grace of God, before the end of this year, that community will see lights, and that will be the end of darkness in that community in SANGA local government area. That's even one. There are other communities I can tell you, Ango, but I will not mention their names now because we have not, the contractors have not been on site. And other communities in southern Kaduna that also experience this this compassionate touch from this distinguished Senator Sunday Marshall KATUNG. Some are in Zango local government, some are in Kauru local government, and some are in Kachia local government. You know, if you are moving from, for example, if you are moving from Kachia, you get to Kachia and you want to get to Zango local government, you will see that even the high tension has been cut off by, I don't know, by by vandals and some hoodlums. And that is a concern to distinguished Senator Sunday Marshall KATUNG. That is also captured in his agenda, in his process, in his programs. So I can tell you, Ango, and to our listeners, we have a senator who is been up and doing. We have a senator who is walking the talk. Many things he did even say during the campaign. He's done it, and he's going to do more for the people of Kaduna South Senatorial District. Senator Sunday Marshall KATUNG is concentrating on legacy project that will outlive all of us, project that will outlive even our children. When we talk about the university, it has come to stay. When we talk about the Federal Medical Center, it has come to stay. When we talk about even a lot of projects he's been doing, this is a leader who cares about a generation yet unborn that will come and benefit from all these projects. So, Aban community is one of the communities that will benefit from distinguished Senator Sunday Marshall KATUNG electrification projects. Thank you.
Talking about the need for government to have business in the people's business, meaning if the conducive environment is created, it gives room for business to thrive in communities, which leads to particularly self-reliance. So with this electrification project, if the urban community is electrified, of course, business activities aside from the normal domestic need of this electricity, business environment will spring up. What do you say about that?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, Ango, as someone who has gone to that community, who have seen the population in that community, it's only God. I cannot estimate the value chain that will come from, but I can tell you there will be so much businesses.
Talking about welding, barbing salon,
all of them, because it's a big community. It's a big community. It's a big community. Even apart from all those businesses, connecting the community to the larger community, to the larger Sanga local government, to larger Gonto local government, to larger environment of Southern Kaduna State, the worth of electricity cannot even be estimated for the people. I can tell you from experience, Ango, my own community, if you know anybody who knows Adwan, Gida, Tachet particularly, that's where I come from. Before Senator KATUNG becomes House of Rep member, we have been living in darkness. And when you cross to Madakia, for example, you will see light. After our community, there is also light. But when Senator KATUNG was aspiring to be a House of Rep, this is a testimony, I can tell you, when he was aspiring to be a House of Rep member, he approached me that he wants to contest for the House of Rep member. I said, okay, sir, I'm going to support you with the whole of my heart. But one thing I desire, I require from you, my request for you, he said, what? I said, please, my community has never seen light from its own, from the beginning, from its foundation, from its establishment. And I please want to appeal with you, if God give us this victory, please give us light in our community. He said, no problem. And as God will have it, he got to the House of Reps in 2015. By 2016, I can tell you, Ango, he didn't even talk to me. I saw an advertisement on the newspaper where I was working, leadership newspaper. I saw an advertisement from Rural Electrification Agency. My community was mentioned among those communities that I was going to get light. So I screenshot it and I sent to him. I said, thank you so much. He said he didn't want to tell me. So Senator Sunday March, as I speak with you, the day light came to Adwan Techet, the day light dropped, there was so much jubilation and there was liberty, there was liberation. What I have never seen in my life was what I saw. So I can tell you, Agban community will experience this, and I can tell you the businesses that are going on in Adwan Techet.
Yes, talking about liberation, celebration, Agban community is not going to be the first. Adwan even wasn't the first.
Yeah.
Others are on the line. We should be going on a commercial time. When we come back, Edward John AUTA will equally share his own thought in this effective representation by Senator Masha KATUNG. Stay tuned.
Invicta 98.9 FM.
Some business people sabi spend money. But smart business people sabi grow money. Why your cash could just sit down, they press phone for account? With Bill Station Fixed Deposit, put eligible funds to work and make plan for bigger business moves. The interest rate now 23%. 23%. Make you download the Bill Station app for Google Play Store or Apple Store. Bill Station, no let your money lazy.
Wayar gari da shayin Lipton yana da wata hanya da yake tattara mu. Kofi ɗaya ya kake a lokaci guda.
Mutumina, baka san me ya faru jiya ba.
Kai ma barka da safiya.
Yi haƙuri mana shayi kafin hira.
To shi kenan faɗi mana.
Ai, in dai shayin Lipton ne, ba cika kofi kaɗai yake yi ba, yana ƙara kusanci da zumunci tsakanin jama'a. Shayin Lipton yana haɗa zumunta.
Them say monkey smart, now because the three near. But now monkey will jump past the eye, they quick see.
Don't call me auntie.
This Big Brother Naija season 11 go hot past pressing iron. Now only the biggest moves go make I see you. Everybody come show themselves.
Yes, sir. Now 247 drama for Big Brother Naija season 11. Sharply recharge your decoder. Make you not for miss anything, no. All the gas goes they show for GoTV channel 49. You still feel follow happenings with GoTV stream if you day road. Headline sponsor, Bet Power. GoTV. Love it.
lokacin jin daɗi sai Kivo Krima.
Idan na sha ko lokacin shan dari. Kivo.
Honey and Banana Connect.
To ina kasuwa sai yar uwar matar makwabcina ta ce matar da ke amfani da maganin tazarar haihuwa mazajen su za su daina son su.
Honey and Banana Connect.
Ni ce kuma goggota ta ce idan na bayar da tazaran haihuwa tsakanin yarana mutane za su yi tunani akwai wata matsala a aure na. Shin gaskiya ne? Honey and Banana Connect na nan don duka tambayoyinku. Kira 7790 a kowane lokaci don tattauna da kwararun kan tazaran haihuwa da lafiyar jami'i. Kyauta ne a asirci kuma babu tsangwama. Kira 7790 ko turo sakon WhatsApp ta 09097133400 a yau.
Honey and Banana Connect ku bi wanda ya san hanya.
Mai fa?
Yawwa, dan ba ni rabin kwalba a nan.
Yar uwa, har yanzu kina siyan wannan man dura? Abinda baki san me ke cikin sa ba? Ko kin san inda aka hada shi ne? Ni dai man power oil nake siya. A takaice sun yi wani sabon sacheti wanda ya kai ninki biyun wancan na baya. Kuma wannan sachetin naira 300 ne kacal a karamin farashi.
Sabon sachetin power oil 90 ml. Mai ne mai inganci da zaka iya siyan shi a naira 300 kacal.
Soyayya tana da yare da yawa, wasu suna faɗan shi da ƙarfi, wasu suna faɗan shi a hankali. Amma idan ka ƙaunaci kanka da gaske ko wani, kana magana ne da karin kumallo na pig, wani karin kumallo mai laushi mai ɗanɗano, cike da gina jiki wanda aka yi da madarar pig, yana ɗauke da vitamin, protein da calcium don kiyaye ka a shiryayye da ƙoshin lafiya don kowace rana. Domin karin kumallo na pig shine soyayya ta pig.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Gaskiya sau da kin taka wani babban matsayi.
Ta yaya Miro?
‘Ya'yanki akwai tarbiyya. Sun kawo min ruwa, ina gama sha suka ɗauke. Ga 'yar auta na tilawa, a haka kullum suna gaishe da mijina idan za su makaranta.
Hikima ce, Mero, mun ba da kyakkyawar tazara wajen haihuwarsu, shi yasa muka samu lokacin yin tarbiyya. Waye?
Umma, mun gama aikin makaranta, za mu taya ki dafa abinci?
Har da taimakon dafa abinci? Saude, lallai nan gaba za ki samu ƙwararrun masu iya girki.
Tazarar haihuwa ba hikima ba ce kadai, abu ne mai muhimmanci sosai, yana ba da wadataccen lokacin kulawar da yara suke bukata.
Ziyarci cibiyar lafiya mafi kusa domin farawa ko a kira lambar waya 222 wannan sako ne daga ma'aikatar lafiya tare da tallafin gamayyar kungiyoyin Pronet da FEM.
Da kyautuwar iyali uba 'ya'ya da ma'uwa.
Tabdi, wato a duk lokacin da muka haɗu a dandalin tattaunawar iyalinmu sai an samu matsala. Abun burgewa ma zan dafa wani abu da duk za su amincewa. Wato da fadukan shinkafa na musamman tare da magi.
An sarrafa magista daga tataccen waken soya, albasa, kayan yajin armashi tare da kanamfari.
Lokacin cin abinci a shiga cikin lallama ko samkar a shigo.
Magista sanya duk abinci da lokacin su kasance na musamman da ba za a iya mantawa ba.
Mama, sai kin gan yadda na wanke ban ɗakin nan ya wanku sosai fa.
Tabbas zai iya wankuwa sosai a ido, amma idan ba da hypo toilet cleaner kika yi amfani ba wajen kariya, to ban ɗaki cike yake da ƙwayoyin cuta baja-baja.
Haka ne, kara ku yarje wa ƙwayoyin cuta, ku kare ban ɗakin ku kullum da hypo toilet cleaner.
Auntie, you are enjoying, oh? Only you. Peppered rice, amala, nkwobi, masa, cake, and now ice cream. I hope you have Justifies on you.
Justifies? I never leave home without it.
That's right, Justifies, the new natural effervescent powder for an instant refreshing relief from heartburn and stomach indigestion. Just add Justifies into a cup of water, stir, drink, and you're good to go. Justifies, your relief on the go. Justifies is from the House of Justide. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Marketed by Ranbaxy Nigeria Limited, a Sun Pharma company.
This is Kaduna.
Not the ghetto we used to down. Anytime you rise, the more you fall. Even if you did grow it down. You were my friend, so why you want my life to end? The shots where you send, yeah. Here we go again.
Invicta FM. Be victorious.
Welcome back from that commercial timeout, and thank you for investing your time on the program Trust the Process, sponsored from the office of Senator Sunday Marsha KATUNG, aimed towards at giving the people the necessary information they need to know about his representation in the 10th Senate. We've been looking at the electrification of urban community in SANGA local government area. The community is set to experience electricity 200 years after, meaning that since the establishment of the community, it has never witnessed electricity. And I have with me in the studio MIDAT Joe, the Special Advisor, Media and Communication to Senator Marsha KATUNG, and also Edward John AUTA, a historian and a member of the constituency. He's also Senior Special Assistant to Governor Ubasani on Industrial Training and Development. Himself and MIDAT Joe were at Urban Community where they interview or they had interaction with members of the community. Edward AUTA, share your experience about this electrification project of the urban community. MIDAT Joe say that is not just the beginning. The Adwan community where he comes from experienced it first time when Marsha KATUNG was a member of the House of Reps from 2015 to 2019. Let's hear from you. Touching the lives of the people.
Yeah, good morning to the people of Kaduna and Nigeria. For me, it was no surprise at all. It was not a surprise that Senator KATUNG was delivering such an impactful project in that part of Kaduna State. And it is not surprising to me because I know that when Senator KATUNG was contesting for this position, I followed him round the 87 wards of Southern Kaduna or Kaduna South Senatorial District. I followed him around the local governments, consultative meetings, campaign rallies, and what have you. And there was something that he said everywhere that he went, and something that he said when he was in Sanga and in Kauru in particular. The first thing he said was that if he was contesting for this position for his own benefit, that he prays that God should not give him the Senate seat.
Okay.
I kept that in my mind. Everywhere he went, he would tell the people, see, for me, it is a shared vision. And that was why his slogan that time was get involved. He was calling the people to get involved in the shared vision that he has for the people of Southern Kaduna.
Meaning government of the people by the people and for the people.
So, and he said, when he says that, he will now say, if I am looking for this position for my own personal benefit or the benefit of my family, he said, I pray that God should not give me this position. And he will say he wants the people to join him in that prayer so that God should not give him that position if it is for his own benefit. And looking at what Senator KATUNG is doing today, therefore, you can see that God really gave him that position because God, who knows the heart of men, knew or knows that Senator KATUNG was going to use that office for the benefit of the people that he was chosen to represent. The second aspect of the campaign that time was that when we visited Kauru and Sanga local government areas, he particularly said that although there are monumental challenges in southern Kaduna, but these two local government areas were more or less like cut off from Kaduna State or from southern Kaduna, that leaders seem to often forget that Kauru and Sanga are even part of the Kaduna South Senatorial District. And he promised them that if, should he be given opportunity, should the people trust him with their votes, that he will make a difference, that he will remember them, he will make them feel the dividends of representation. So, when I first went to Sanga local government, under his leadership, it was to commission the General Rural Hospital in Fadanizo. That was 2 years ago. So we went to Fadanizo to commission a rural hospital, which the senator rehabilitated and handed over to the government of Kaduna State, to the glory of God and the good of the people of that community. And then when we went again with the special advisor, I was so excited that the senator made a promise and that he kept that promise. And let me also say, Ango Bally, that from Gwantu town to Aban community is about 6 to 7 kilometers.
Wow.
So I think he was trying to estimate it by the number of poles. So when you hear over 200 poles, anybody who knows that area, you can even use Google. You can ask Google from Gwantu to Aban, what is the distance? So it's about 6 to 7 kilometers. And then you know that when you are going into a rural community that is even 3 kilometers, you know what the distance would look like. All right, so going into that community was a tortuous journey. You know, the road is in a very terrible condition. And then coupled with the fact that it was rainy that day, we really went through a tough time. And then to think that the people who live in that community are suffering from road infrastructure, they are suffering from lack of electricity. I didn't see any medical facility in that community. So you can understand what this rural electrification project will mean to that community. Apart from the primary school I saw in that community, I do not think that there is any government presence of note in that community. So this electrification project represents hope, which the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has promised the people of this country. And I want the people of Southern Kaduna to do something. If you look at the national budget for this year, Senator Sunday Marshall KATUNG has been able to attract a whopping 7.2 billion naira.
7.2 billion.
7.2 billion naira in zonal intervention projects, you know, and those of MDAs for the people of Southern Kaduna. And so if the special advisor, media and communications, is telling you that more communities should expect this kind of interventions, he is speaking from the position of knowledge and truth. The budget is a public document. So I'm not just making a claim. The 2026 budget is a public document. Everybody can go and lay his hands on it, examine it. These projects are there. So what we need to do as a people is to continue to pray that the distinguished Senator Sunday Marshall KATUNG finds favor before God and before Mr. President and before, you know, the various heads of ministries and agencies who are saddled with the responsibility of securing the necessary financial releases for these projects to come to limelight. So I can tell you, I can assure the listener that the senator is working. He is collaborating with Mr. President. He is collaborating even with the government of Kaduna State, which I serve in the capacity of a senior special assistant to the governor. And then special advisor, we also saw that the Kaduna State government has started. I don't know whether it's just grading, or is a road that is going to be constructed from the main road in Guantu. All right. So we saw the work. We saw that road has, they've started grading that road, and we saw some beacons being, like that on the road. So we didn't have a clear idea of what it was. And then, unfortunately, when we came back, I didn't follow up to find out what exactly is happening. So I am very excited to see that at the same time that the senator is doing something for that community, the Kaduna State government is also doing something for that community. So that is to tell you that this is the best time for that community. This is the best time for a whole lot of other communities in Southern Kaduna. The partnership between President Tinubu, Governor Obasani, and Senator Sunday Marshall KATUNG is wiping away years of tears, years of neglect, years of hopelessness, years of seclusion, exclusion, oppression, and exploitation.
Talking about partnership, collaboration between Senator Marshall KATUNG at the top and at the state level. Talking about the senator finding favor from the executive to ensure the execution of this project, 7.2 billion naira zonal intervention. Now, the senator, in his usual ways of this collaboration to ensure the ticket of Bola Tinubu, Governor Obasani, and others, got re-elected in 2027. Of course, alongside some other stakeholders, initiated and formed the Middle Belt movement for Tinubu and Shetima, that is the re-election of President Bola Tinubu and Shetima. The national leadership or executive was inaugurated in Abuja on Sunday. And of course, the national convener of this movement charged members of the Middle Belt to commit themselves towards the re-election of Bola Tinubu and President Bola Tinubu and Kashim Shetima. Of course, that's a joint ticket targeting 6 million votes from the Middle Belt region. Let's hear the national convener of that movement with the acronym PAN-MITS. The national convener is Edward John AUTA. He's seated here. He shall tell us more about the essence of PAN-MIT, that is Pan-Middle Belt Movement for Bola Tinubu and Kashim Shetima. Let's have a listen. Edward AUTA.
Of persons in the Middle Belt, persons that comprise of women, professionals, politicians, religious leaders, and all whatnot, different tribes and religions that are domiciled in the Middle Belt for the re-election of President Bola Tinubu and his deputy, who is a proud son of the Middle Belt of Nigeria, His Excellency Senator Kashim Shetima.
Why is the Middle Belt taking serious interest in the re-election of Tinubu and Shetima?
Well, the Middle Belt of Nigeria is taking the re-election of President Bola Tinubu and Kashim Shetima very personal, because it is on record that in 2023, the Middle Belt of Nigeria did not give the kind of support that President Bola Tinubu should have gotten because of the prevailing circumstances at that time. Despite the dismal performance of Mr. President in the 2022 elections in the Middle Belt, the President did not look at the votes. He looked at the people. He looked at their needs. He looked at the gaps and decided to close them. Today, the Middle Belt of Nigeria has never had it so rosy, so sweet like we're having it today. Several key and strategic strategic appointments, several key projects, all in the Middle Belt. I, for example, am from Southern Kaduna, and His Excellency, the President, through his Vice, Senator Kashim Shettima, assented to the bill for the establishment of a federal university in Southern Kaduna that was sponsored by the pioneer, patron, and founder of this group, distinguished Senator Sunday Marshall. And that university is a reality today. We also have a federal medical center that has been approved by Mr. President. The news of which was broken by the Vice President. We have several road infrastructure projects in the Middle Belt, all courtesy of this administration. So the question that we are asking is, if we did not vote for Tinubu and we were able to get all these things, how much more are we going to get if we mobilize our people and ensure a re-election for the president? So that is the reason why we are behind the Tinubu-Shettima ticket for a second term. And by the special grace of God, we will deliver.
Talking about the re-election of Tinubu and Shettima, you are talking about presenting some certain quantity of votes. Are you working based on statistics, or there's a particular target working on 5 million votes? Is there any specific target that this group is working on?
Yes, we have our deliverable target. Our target is to deliver a whopping minimum of 6 million votes, to the Tinubu-Shettima ticket come 2027. And going by the caliber of people that you see here and the caliber of people that are behind us, I can assure you that we will deliver these votes for Mr. President. We know that the Middle Belt is going to be the battleground for the 2027 election. So that is why we are particularly concerned. We want to tell the opposition figures to start thinking about 2031. Let them go and start preparing for 2031. Because as far as the Middle Belt of Nigeria is concerned, it is Tinubu and Shettima or nothing. So we believe that the people of Middle Belt have embraced the Pan-Middle Belt movement for Tinubu-Shettima on account of the excellent service delivery that we have witnessed in the past 3 or so years. After the official inauguration of the National Steering Committee, the next line of action is the appointment and inauguration of state and local government chapter leaderships for all the states within the Middle Belt, and also we have states and blocks, because there are certain states that you find out that they are not exclusively Middle Belt states. Not all the states, refer to themselves, or the people of the state refer to themselves as Middle Belt. So we are going to inaugurate structures for those states and blocks, and for their respective local governments, polling units. I think based on the statistics that we have a total of about 154 local governments within the area that is referred to as the Middle Belt, and about 2,874 wards. So we have done the mapping. So we are not just picking out of nothing. We have the statistics. We know the number of wards, the local government wards, and even the polling units. And we are going to have representation at each of these levels. We are going to appoint canvassers that are going to serve as, our campaign machinery for Tinubu-Shettima. And they are also going to serve as the defenders of the votes. Because it is one thing for people to vote for a candidate, and it is another thing for the people to be able to defend those votes. So I can tell you, we have the structure that is ready, battle ready, that is armed with information, that is armed with passion, that is armed with commitment, to ensure that we leave no stone unturned until victory is assured for the president and his deputy, for the APC governors in those states, for the APC senatorial candidates in those states, and for the House of Reps and House of Assembly. Because we believe if we have the APC at the national and we do not have the APC at the state and at the national and state assemblies, it is not going to go well. So we need a complete structure in the Middle Belt so that the dividends of democracy can trickle down from the national. Everybody will just key into the agenda of Mr. President. So you see that people will be working with one voice and in one accord. Leadership will be working in one direction for the benefit of the people of the region.
Yes, that was, is it Comrade? Is it Honorable Edward John AUTA, the convener, Pan-Middle Belt Movement for Tinubu and Shettima 2027, avowing that the region will produce 6 million votes. That is the target. Inaugurating the national leadership, the principal partner, gatekeepers, legal consult, and also who is also a senior advocate of Nigeria, talking about Samuel Atung SAN. He charged members to identify the strategic interests of the Middle Belt region, saying the people of the region they are known with the antecedents of not being fair weather friends, but people who reward and appreciate good gesture done to them, as exemplified by President Bola Tinubu towards the Middle Belt region. Let's take a look at Sam Atung SAN and then listen. Then when we come back, we talk.
Members to identify the strategic interests of the Middle Belt sub-region and be able to properly articulate and situate it within the larger context of the Nigerian polity. And I also told them that what is essential, in fact, for the success of every human endeavor is passion, and for members to remain focused on the vision of the group, which is to ensure the re-election of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu and Vice President Shettima, who have shown themselves to be friends of the Middle Belt region. A lot has accrued to the region in terms of siting of developmental projects and appointment into various sensitive positions at the federal level. And the only way the people of the region will reciprocate is for them to mobilize and come out in mass to vote for the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Shettima ticket at the forthcoming general election, so that the people of the Middle Belt region will continue to enjoy the dividends of democracy. Politically, the region has undergone a lot of transformation, and going by what is on the ground, and even though not unexpected, having regards to the dividends of democracy that have accrued to the region, the people of the region are going to come out in mass. In fact, in terms of political affiliation, there have been a lot of changes. There have been a lot of movement towards the APC, because federal government has hearkened to the cry of the people of the region. So the Middle Belt region were people who are known not to be fair weather friends. We've always identified with those who have identified with our cause, and I'm sure the support that will come out from that region for the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Shettima ticket will be very overwhelming and indeed unprecedented. Talking about the who is who politically in the Middle Belt, virtually everybody is now in the APC. So what is left to be done is for our people to be galvanized, to be mobilized towards coming out in their numbers to vote for the Bola Shettima ticket. And that is one of the reasons behind the formation of this group. And with God on our side, we are going to deliver. The truth is that insecurity did not start with the emergence of this government. But what is obvious is that there have been a lot of efforts by this government to make sure that insecurity becomes a thing of the past in this country. And you recall that one of the sons of the Middle Belt have been entrusted at the highest level with the position of Minister of Defense. That shows the confidence this government has in the people of Middle Belt. And the figures are there. Even though there is still a lot of work to be done, a lot of efforts have already gone into solving the problem of insecurity in the region. And there is remarkable improvement in terms of security. And in some communities, farmers are already going back to the farm. And that is the reason why we believe that the region will vote massively for the Tinubu Shettima ticket, so that they will continue with the good work, so that by the end of their second term in office, they will have succeeded in combating issues of insecurity and make it part of our past.
You heard the voices of Comrade Edward John AUTA, the convener Pan Middle Belt's forum or movement for the re-election of Tinubu Shettima, and of course the patron, one of the patrons, talking about the principal partner, Gatekeepers Legal Consults, Samuel Atung SAN, who did the inauguration of the national leadership, which will be going on a commercial timer. When we come back, we get the necessary explanation about the pan-middle belt movement for Tinubu and Shettima. Stay tuned.
86,400 seconds of pure entertainment from the Crocodile City. Invicta 98.9 FM.
Tabdi. Wato a duk lokacin da muka haɗu a dandalin tattaunawar iyalinmu sai an samu matsala. Abun burgewa ma zan dafa wani abu da duk za su amincewa. Wato da fadukan shinkafa na musamman tare da magi.
An sarrafa magista daga tataccen waken soya, albasa, kayan yajin armashi tare da kanamfari.
Lokacin cin abinci a shiga cikin lallama ko samkar a shigo.
Magista sanya duk abinci da lokacin su kasance na musamman da ba za a iya mantawa ba.
Them say monkey smart, now because the three near. But now monkey will jump past the eye they quick see.
Don't call me auntie.
This Big Brother Ninja season 11 go hot past pressing iron. Now only the biggest moves go make I see you. Everybody come show themselves.
Yes, sir. Now 247 drama for Big Brother Ninja season 11. Sharply recharge your decoder. Make you not for miss anything, no. All the bass goes they show for GoTV channel 49. You still follow happenings with GoTV stream if you day road. Headline sponsor, Bet Power. GoTV. Love it.
To yaushe muke sa rana na uku. Ba ya ce abu game da na uku. Amma ni da Alhaji mun amince cewa jikina na bukatar lokaci. Shi yasa ina da 7790. 7790? 7790 daga Honey and Banana Connect. Ita ce amintaciyar hanyar samu bayananniyar shawara ba tare da tsangwama ba akan duk abin da ya shafi tazaran haihuwa. Ku tattauna da ƙwararrun ma'aikata don samun jagoranci game da bayar da tazaran haihuwa. Tafiyar ki ce, jikinki ne duk lokacin da kika zaba. Kira 7790 a yau ko ku aiko mana da sakon WhatsApp a 09097133400. Honey and Banana Connect. Ku bi wanda ya san hanya.
The time is 10 o'clock.
Welcome back from that commercial timeout, and thank you for investing your time on Invicta 98.9 FM. The program is Trust the Process. It is a leadership and a political accountability program sponsored from the office of Senator Sunday Marshall KATUNG. The program set out to promote his activities in the 10th Senate, talking about his legislative agenda towards giving the good people of Kaduna South Senatorial District effective representation. This program is being streamed live on Facebook on Invicta FM 98.9 and also on YouTube, Invicta 98.9 FM online TV. For the Facebook, of course, we have response. We have from Sule. He said, Victor Sule, he said, good morning, Invicta FM. Please, I want to ask you what benefits what benefit did Kamazo people get from what benefit has the people of Kamazo gotten from this government? He said, Victor Sule Labekwe. Okay. From Ola Jide Jacob, he said, you are from Akintunde in television. Is that from Akintunde in television? He said, if Southern Kaduna did not consider the great achievement of Mr. President building federal institution, then they have failed. The new developments that are going on in Southern Kaduna by the governor are another achievement under the same APC government. Although we cannot say Tinubu is 100% good because some of his bad policies that are not working. Yes, MIDAT and AUTA you are hearing the feedback. Edward, briefly in 1 minute, because you've said it all, just to give the icing about the pan-Middle movement for Tinubu and Shetima.
Yes, the only addition I'll make is for the people of Kaduna State to key into this movement by joining the movement. The movement is live online. You can join via the movement's website, panmeets2027.org or .org. Panmeets, PANMMITS 2027.org, or through the movement's Twitter handle or Facebook and Instagram accounts you can follow. You can keep yourself abreast of what the movement is doing, and you can also be a part of it. So that is just the addition I'll do, because like we mentioned, and like the last commentator posted, it will be grossly unfair if the people of the Middle Belt, and by extension the people of Nigeria, do not support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the good works that they have been doing for the common man.
Yes, let's take it to the general public. Let's hear their take, the feedback, which is the essence of this program. The lines to call 081 40,000 989, 070 800 989. The lines have been buzzing. Hello, we have the first caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, your name and where you are calling from. Try to be very precise.
My name is Musa Bala from Nigeria.
Okay, Musa Bala, your take. Try to be precise, please. Right.
To talk about when I met the match on KATUNG, and I hope it will behave like you. One of the things talk about budget. The money has been budgeted for, but the general cry is implementation of our budget in the federation. When we on the KATUNG talk about this budget, and on the promise of electricity, we have seen him with his solar power in his something. Now, one of the guys talk about Middle Belt Forum. I don't know where Southern Kaduna and North have become Middle Belt, because I even checked the dictionary, I could not see anything Middle Belt. I'm trying to define the meaning of his own Middle Belt. Who constitutes Middle Belt, his own Middle Belt, and what constitutes that Middle Belt? Southern Kaduna fall into. Lastly, on the insecurity, you talk about son of Southern Kaduna is the Minister of Defense, which is true. With so many security crises, with people more than 6 months in captivity, and we have not seen him in the scene, but we have seen him in Oyo. Why the double standard? Those are my questions. What constitutes why the double standard of the Minister of Defense? And why did KATUNG quiet about budget? 3 years budget have not been implemented.
Well understood, Musa Bala. The essence of radio is to inform, educate, and entertain. So you'll be given the necessary information, education about the Middle Belt and this other question you asked. Let's have the next caller. Hello. Hello, good morning. Okay. Your take, please.
I'm not the one I want to talk about Middle Belt. You say from Kaduna South to Middle Belt. I will not be so.
Right, go ahead.
That's what I want to talk is I don't know how this our campaign and the home president gave everything. From that, no more Muslim tickets again. That one they don't go down. And how they prove Middle Belt. Everybody that talks your own opinion. Middle Belt and the Tinubu and the Canada can vote to Tinubu for Huawei. Then we do the home. I want the person wait on because I don't know their own opinion. I don't know how Middle Belt is. I don't know how Middle Belt is. But my own opinion about radio. I don't know how now thousands of people or millions of people outside there taking it.
Oh, okay. Okay, don't worry. You will get the necessary information. Do you have a particular question, or you are just thinking? I said, do you have a particular question? Just go ahead, ask the question.
When I want to talk about our budget, our budget will be double as of now. For how many years no prove our the budget of Nigeria? And they're talking about what is it? So anyway, that's the way you do for Ghana State. Try.
Okay.
What of other place you do this?
Okay. Okay, let's give way for other people to ask. Thank you. He's calling from Romy. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you are calling from?
This is Mr. Ebikule.
Mr. Ebikule. You are calling from?
I'm calling from AUTA.
Ebikule from AUTA. You are take place. Your question.
Please, my question is, what is the benefit that AUTA Yari and benefit from this government for road infrastructure right from opposite Indomie, Mauta Yari, nothing to write home about? Is there anything that the government is doing for those communities? That is my question.
Okay, very straightforward. We like that. Let's take the next caller. Just go straight forward to the question. Hello. Good morning. Your name, please. Okay, Kure. You are.
Insecurity.
Yes.
Musa cannot be everywhere. It's only the selfish one that are blaming him. During the time of Muhammadu Buhari, bomb everywhere. Buratai deceived us by taking 1 billion to go and buy ammunition. Where are the ammunition today? The time of Musa happened to kill some of these commanders. Must he be everywhere? My reason is very simple. The Northerners are not ready to end this issue of insecurity, so they should stop blaming Musa. Musa is best. If other people have done that, just past chief of defense staff or just past ministers, I think we'll have gone past this way. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.
Okay. Different stroke for different people. We have the next caller. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your name and you are.
I'm calling from Kaduna.
Sorry, your name?
Sam, calling from Kaduna.
Okay, Sam, our regular caller.
Yes. My brother, you see, I think coming to our governor here, I think he just won my vote, because if our governor can disguise and dismantle the fanatics of our former governor here, Muslim ticket, value every human being as a human being, irrespective of what you believe and who you are, I think he won my vote. But where they will get it wrong is presidency. We Nigerians are going to vote individual, what you are capable to do. So I think for federal, APC is not going anywhere for me. So if we are to say Nigeria is to work, we should look at the lifestyle of Obasani, who look every human being face to face and make a choice how to rule the state. He has a good ambition over the Nigerian. Then coming back, my brother, it's quite unfortunate to hear that a local government could not be able to steal light for how many years. I'm also pleading that this government should look into to consider Kiningora Road. My brother, I'm appealing. Their area is too bad. No street light. Every road is very bad. Please.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Sam. Let's take the last caller. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Your name and where you are calling from?
My name is Mike Baba from Ango.
Your name is?
Mike Baba from Ango.
Mike Baba. Yes.
Honestly, everybody should know that an administration is a continuity. So they should not apportion the whole blame on the President Tinubu. Those talking of debt, it already left the government without debt. Then the northern states, as they're talking of, the Minister of Defense state is from Zamfara. Why is it that there's bombardment always
in the domain of Zamfara and Sokoto, which are just by his nose. Then where's the former governor of Zamfara, Akura, who now have gone into his cocoon? So they should stop blaming this government. And Musa is trying. If people will behave the way General Musa did, honestly, peace will be restored in this nation.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay, this last caller. Let's take this just last caller. Hello. The callers. Good morning. Your name, please. Okay. Musa Bala.
In Nigeria. You see, I remember in 2019 when Buhari was the president there, and the 4 years that Buhari did from 2015 to 2019, there was no tangible progress that Buhari was able to execute in Nigeria. And some of us we heard out that no, let us have a change of the presidency. I remember many people in the north here, especially those who are criticizing Tinubu, they came out and said no, that 4 years is not enough for Buhari to fix Nigeria. That's his thing.
Hello, Musa Bala. I think we have a glitch there. Okay, Zakaria John Dam, he said, my able Senator SMK, one of the best things that have happened to Southern Kaduna in this current administration. God will continue to bless you. Let's just give a room to hear from, or let's just speak briefly. Hello, briefly, you have 30 seconds. Yeah, briefly, 30 seconds, please. Your name and where you are calling from. Go ahead, please. Okay.
Muna matukan godiya sa yanda abubuwa da shi shugaban kasa yake yi. Duk waɗanda ba su gani ba mu mun gani kuma muna nan muna mai kyau shiri. In Allah ya yarda Ubangiji Allah zai sa ya koma su biyu. Abubuwan da shi Bola Ahmed Tinubu ya yi a kudancin Kaduna ba kudancin Kaduna kadai ba middle belt muna gani duk waɗanda suna maganganu akan wanda kaza mun san shugabanci dole ne ba za a samu inda mutum ya rasa yin kuskure ba dole ne a samu amma mutumin nan yana iyakan kokarin shi muna kuma mashi godiya muna kuma mashi addu'a kowanne lokaci Allah zai tsare shi Allah kuma zai bashi wannan kujera so abinda na son kara gurin magakan distinguished senator Sunday Masha dan Allah doka ne muke yi sa yana an ce kowanne tsuntsu kukan gidan shi yake yi muna roka ne akwai wani abin a Kaura local government a can wadansu gidaje a can saman dutse a taimake mu yara suna shan wahala sosai.
Wani be specific wani area ne a dutse din wani dutse wani area ne sunan
gefen hatakar wuraren dutse wuraren fada ward da goro a can wurin da an yi gadan ka goro a taimake mu a yi secondary school a wurin sai kuma zancen apply mun apply abin ko ni ma yanzu ma akwai abin da na office na shi na apply federal road safety muna roka ne suna na Emmanuel David muna roka ne a taimaka dube mu da idanun rahama na gode sa.
Okay, let's put a pause with Emmanuel David from Kaura local government. Yes, he talked about the middle belt. Let's start from the middle belt. Edward AUTA, you have 30 minutes. Talk about the division of middle belt and other issues raised by the callers.
Okay, I think the most profound contribution from the callers is this last caller who spoke in Hausa. And it's like he took it from my mouth. I was going to say that you can never have a perfect leadership. You can never have a leadership that can solve the problems of human beings 100%. Even God, who created man, is the chief provider of solutions to the problem of man. But every day you wake up, you encounter new challenges, and then you keep working with the help of God to overcome them. So Tinubu is not perfect. He has never claimed perfection. And he will never claim perfection. Only God is perfect. He can only do his best to the best of the abilities that God Almighty.
After
has
all,
given
he
him.
said he asked for the job, and he's taking the assets and the liabilities.
So I want to beg Nigerians to reason with the president. If you want to judge this administration strictly by what it has been able to do from 2023 to date, maybe you can look down, you can talk down on the achievements. But if you want to judge this administration from the angle of the quantum of challenges that it inherited in 2027 and 2023, whether in security, whether in infrastructure, whether it's in commerce and industry, or the general performance of the economy, you would say that the Tinubu administration is the best thing that has happened to this country. If you want to look at this administration from the angle of inclusiveness and genuine commitment to the unity of Nigeria, you will say that the Tinubu administration is the best thing that has happened to us, looking at where we are coming from. So for Musa Bala, I am sure a lot of the callers here have answered him. All right? If Buhari has laid the necessary foundation on security for the northern people, Tinubu will not be dealing with insecurity today. He would have been focused on other issues. And they let him tell us how many bandit commanders and terrorist commanders were neutralized under Buhari, and how many have been neutralized under this present administration.
Even the financial list sent from UAE.
Yes, that time
was not
the Buhari administration
not implemented.
Refused to even make it public
to prosecute. To prosecute them.
But this administration is showing genuine commitment prosecuting them. Even in terms of the war against corruption, we have seen some level of transparency. People being prosecuted, properties being, forfeited, for the federal government of Nigeria, and being put to use for the benefit of the people of this country. The Federal University of Applied Sciences in Kachia is one of such examples of an institution that has been collected by the EFCC and is now, handed over back to the people
Define
of the country.
the Middle Belt geography.
So the Middle Belt is the region that comprises of all the states of the north-central Nigeria and some parts of the states in the northeast and the northwest. In the northwest, we have the area called Southern Kaduna. It falls under the Middle Belt. In Kebbi, we have the Southern Kebbi. Then in the northeast, we have Southern Gombe, we have Southern Bauchi, and then we have Southern Borno, and also Adamawa and Taraba states. So these are the areas put together, and the FCT.
Maybe you give a background why Southern Canal falls into the Middle Belt region. The Willings Committee before independence,
yes,
proposed the carving of the Middle Belt region, and the
yes.
Southern Kaduna was supposed to be
part of that.
Part of it.
Yes, part of it. So basically, that is the area that is known as the Middle Belt, and like we said, that is going to be the battleground for the 2027 general election, because in 2023 it was Peter Obi's stronghold. He got a whole lot. He won in a lot of areas in the Middle Belt in 2023. So today Obi is also looking to replicate that kind of performance. Unfortunately for him, President Tinubu has already won the hearts of the people of the Middle Belt by his genuine commitment to inclusion and the record of service that he has done for the people of the Middle Belt, despite the fact that they did not vote for him overwhelmingly in 2023.
MIDAT, Joe, Senator Masha KATUNG is said to be the best thing that had happened to Southern Kaduna. Ima David, Kaura local government, he made some requests.
Well, thank you very much for Ima for those beautiful commentaries. And that's the beauty of democracy. Some will support, some will oppose. And that's why we are not scared of opening the phone lines or opening the lines in this program. From day one, from the day we started this program, we opened the phone lines because we want to hear feedback, we want to hear people speak to us. And so when people make such some commentaries, you wonder if they are in Nigeria. We from people of Southern Canada are people of faith. We believe that the budget, the distinguished Senator Sunday Masha Katung, the money he was been able to attract for the people of Southern Kaduna, the project we've been able to attract for the people of Southern Kaduna in 2026 budget, we have faith, we believe that by the grace of God, the ministries, the agencies, he will find favor and those projects will be implemented in Southern Kaduna. We are not naysayers. We believe, we have faith, and we believe those projects will be implemented by the grace of God Almighty. And that's why the partnership between His Excellency the President and His Excellency the Governor and the Senator is working for the people of Southern Kaduna. It is not working for Senator Sunday Masha Katung. The partnership is working for the people of Southern Kaduna. And for the request Emmanuel made, I know very well vividly that when distinguished Senator Sunday Masha Katung distributed solar lights, I know that some of these communities and the hills have got some solar lights, and some solar lights were taken to those communities. There are some communities that are living in Kaguru that are on top of the hills, and there are other ones around Manchok also. Those communities benefited from it, but that not to say that they will not benefit more from the government. What I want to appeal to the people of Kaura local government is that they now have a son who is running mate to His Excellency Governor Obasani, and they need to come out in mass in their numbers to ensure that the Obasani got the massive vote from Kaura local government. And from there, we'll take it up. All those requests, by the grace of God Almighty, they will be made. And for the request he made on the issue of he applied for road safety, I can say to him, I'm not God. I cannot give employment. I cannot give employment. I cannot stand on radio and say, okay, you've got this employment. If I say that, honestly, I'm not being honest. I'm not being sincere. Even the road safety cannot say that this is the person that will get the job. But what I can say to him is probably after the program, he should call you and get to me, and let's get to talk. But I can tell you that we have so much of these requests. In fact, as at today, the requests we've gotten from people that apply for road safety in Southern Kaduna is over 200. So sometimes when you get this kind of requests, what do? But you keep pushing and keep pushing for the best for your people. So we are grateful most sincerely for the support the people of Southern Kaduna have been giving distinguished Senator Sunday Masha Katung. And we are asking for your prayers and continuous support that for Senator Sunday Masha Katung, it's a shared vision. It is for the people of Southern Kaduna and nothing more than that.
Emmanuel David, you call this line 08034 3452 1595. Call this number. Edward AUTA is just 30 seconds because we are out of time.
Yes, it's something I wanted to say. It is grossly unfair for a Musa Bala to say that budget is not being implemented, or that Senator Sunday Masha Katung should come and talk about the non-implementation of the budget. If we are saying that we are doing a rural electrification project, we are building a 700-seater capacity ICT training center. These projects are ongoing. So if the money is not from the national budget, where is the money from? Is the money from the senator's pocket? And you find these things replicated in almost every constituency of this country. So, Mr. Musa Bala, what you ought to have said is, if you feel that the level of implementation is low, you call on government to do more. But it is very, very, sorry to use the word, irresponsible for anybody to say that budget is not being implementation under the Tinubu administration.
Well, that is on. The program is about feedback mechanism, and the essence of this feedback is to take it back to the senator, for the senator to hear the pulse of the people. And of course, Musa Bala is in his own right. So the office of the senator take note of it, and of course, the appropriate thing, of course, will be done. The program, Trust the Process. Today edition, we've been talking about a community in SANGA, Abam, experiencing or commencement of electrification project into the community 200 years after. And of course, the Pan-Midi-Belts movement in support of Bola Tinubu and Kashim Shettima inaugurated in Abuja. Of course, Senator Masha Katung Senator Titus Zam, Benue North West Senatorial District of Benue State, and other stakeholders are the brain behind the Pan-Middle Belt movement for Tinubu. Issues have been discussed here. The program, Trust the Process, is a continuing program. Next week, Wednesday, Trust the Process will come back to keep you updated what is going on in the senatorial district. My name is Ango, Bally. Thank you for investing your time. You can call me the Damascene, your political compass. Thank you and bye-bye.
Listen up.
Well, say something.
We'll be right back after this. In Victor FM. Yeah.